So I lost about 40 pounds since surgery. I was in the hospital for 36 hours. Really, you notice that energy gain right away. I used to go to work dragging. It meant a lot that Dr. Doyle was available whenever I really needed her. It felt really good to have the surgeon not just like operate and then leave. It was really nice to know that she was there, she was invested, she wanted to know how you were doing. It just made everything feel great. I also feel like I have a whole closet full of new clothes because I was like a big clothes hoarder because it was like, oh, I'm always on this diet. These clothes are gonna fit eventually. Like, I'm gonna keep them. And old diets, they would never work. But now it's like, oh, my clothes fit again. Like, it's fantastic. It's really nice. Really, it's just that I wanna feel better. I want to be healthy, and seeing the changes so far have really helped. So you're starting to see these things really add up and just make your quality of life better.
This is one of the shirts that's been too small for too long that actually I could probably wear again, and that's really exciting because I love this shirt. My favorite one that I finally tried on yesterday is this one. And it's very close to being able to wear, so that's really exciting.
One thing I've learned in this journey in these past 2.5 months is it's not worth it to eat bad food. So you just used to eat food because it was there before, and now it's like, oh, I'm gonna eat this to enjoy it, and not just because it's there and I can. Some days I definitely look in the mirror and go, oh, today is a skinny day. And then some days I'm like, oh no, you still kind of look the same. But really, you feel that when you start putting on clothes and going like I've already had to donate a bag of clothes because I'm like, I'm not holding on to clothes that are too big. This is too big. Donate it. Get rid of it. And that's when I really start to see it and feel it.
Sarah's weight loss is absolutely amazing. I started noticing it at about 15 pounds for her. She's down a little over 50 pounds right now. I'm down 11. I think the most enjoyable part about this is not actually the little things that you get to do, the little benefits that you start to see. What I think is the best part is you get this and it becomes part of your life. For me, when I was growing up, I was a relatively thin kid. As I was growing up, I got my first IT job. When I got my first IT job, I went from hiking and running through the woods and biking and all the sports stuff to sitting on my butt all day. I have some goals when it comes to the weight loss surgery, not just after, but before as well. As I'm down 11 pounds now, I'd like to be down closer to 25 before I go in, because it's not just about the surgery, it's about living your life healthier, it's about getting healthy. And if I can't sit there and get that done ahead of time, it's gonna have a real impact on what I can do after.
I think my surgery has motivated him to start eating better, and it's really also motivated him to keep going with this journey to get to the surgery date and just keep going with the whole thing.
My eating habits have changed in regards to her surgery in that what she eats, I try to sit there and eat as well. Snacking for me has changed a lot in that I haven't had Doritos in particular, which was my vice, in probably about 4.5 coming on 5 months now. And I don't really snack on anything else. That was the one vice that I had that, if I was a little bit hungry, I'd go and grab it out of a vending machine and I'd sit down. Now I'll sit there and say, all right, I'm 30 minutes from a protein shake, I'll be fine. I try to sit there and get a lot more water in. We have the garden that we've grown, and in the house, just walk by, pick up a piece of lettuce, something like that. It works out a lot better. We're trying to do something healthier, and outside is a little more unpredictable. So we figured something inside would actually work a lot better. A side effect of that is that quite often we just come up and you can eat whatever we want. So I'm kind of anxious for the tomatoes to get to that point, but it's a much healthier way to do things. We know where it came from, but more importantly, it's good stuff. For me, the weight loss surgery is going to provide a lot more energy, and with that you know, I can interact with people more. There are risks, there are benefits, but the whole thing, it just becomes so real. And every time she asks me that, because it's not the first time I've had that question come my way about that, it's the same answer. It's terrifying, but seeing the benefits, it's going to be worth it. Everybody should feel like they're in good hands with Dr. Doyle. One of the first questions that we had in the very first sit down that we had, this was before we actually started doing individual appointments. She sat there and she covered the fact that there's never been anything that's ever gone wrong in any of the surgeries. The activities for us have changed quite a bit since the last video. In particular, we don't go in the game room almost at all. I probably spend maybe 1 to 2 hours there a week, and usually that's doing work from home stuff instead of actual gaming. Now that the weather's gotten better and you know we've gotten the new toy, we spend a lot of time outside. So I'm kind of hoping maybe I won't have to take the vitamin D pills that Dr. Doyle has prescribed to me, because now I'm actually out in the sunlight and I should be able to handle that myself.
I think he's mentioning these things because of both of us. Like, he's starting to feel better. We're both eating better foods, which makes you feel better. And I'm feeling better, and just both of us having more energy really helps.
Nobody wants surgery, but I want to get to that place, and it's in the middle. So there's this big bundle of feelings that just kind of pull you every which way.